but I wouldn't consider it to be rigorous. When I'm doing this, what I'm really doing is warming up the body, working up a sweat. You'll notice that when fighters are fighting, they never go into the ring dry. They always go into the ring in their first round is really like the third round. The key also with your shadow boxing is you should also be fighting some. Like you should be throwing punches back. You should be using your legs to get air. A lot of people don't do that. If you've never fought before and never sparred, it's hard to know where the shots are going to come from. You have to keep moving the whole time. That's one of the things Lomachenko is good at. It's changing angles. One thing he's not good at is setting his feet and throwing hard punches. He got hit with a lot of hard punches by Devin Haney. Well, let's talk about hate for a second. Because you're going to experience more of it when you're hustling, when you're successful. Especially if people can't figure out what you're doing. When you're a hustler, people can rarely figure out what you're doing. Like, they want to know how you can buy new cars, how you can travel constantly, why you can buy whatever you want. And as far as mystery and jealousy. And for some people, it slows them down. When you know people hate you, it slows you down, it demoralizes you. But what you have to do is find the ability to make that a fuel. For me, I love it. I love the hate. And what I think about is how I can do more of the things that get them haters mad. You dig? How I can keep surprising them and shocking them by outperforming them. Like, to me, that's the key. Here's a really important thing, too. Because the ways of a hustler are mysterious, you know, they say God works in mysterious ways, so do hustlers. Because the ways of a hustler are mysterious, you have to keep on, creating new methods. And what I mean by that is, as a hustler, you're always finding a new way to earn, a new way to achieve your ends. And as much as that's the case, you'll never run out of money. You see, in the P game, they say, if you don't run out of game, you don't run out of money. You don't run out of game, you don't run out of girls. But the moment you run out of game, which is to say, you become stagnant, you stop learning, you stop trying new things, you stop networking, you stop building relationships, you stop moving, you're going to get hit. Boxing is a great metaphor for that. You stop moving, you're going to get hit. You stop going forward, you start going backwards. And for example, as I said, the hustle moves in mysterious ways. That means that average people won't understand you, they won't understand what you're doing. And you have to be able to be comfortable with that. Napoleon Bonaparte stated that people today have not the foggiest idea of what genius is. It's upon him to show them. Which is to point out to you, sometimes you do things and people might ridicule you. They may not understand. I'll give you an example of something to where a hustler or a boss understands what's going on. He understands the big moves that play behind the scenes. Here's the example. So you had like a variety of nerds who watch my Andrew Tate video on this channel, right? On the same channel. They watched the one where I pulled up Andrew Tate's spot, right? They had critical things to say. I thought it was funny and I appreciate it, but here's the thing. That's my highest earning video from an ad rev perspective, right? So while they're, being negative and ridiculing, I'm just chuckling. Because I appreciate it because they're improving my searchability in the algorithm for this backup channel, which has fewer views. And so what they're doing is helping me, not realizing it. And so what I would ask them if they came to me, they're like, oh, why did you do that, bro? And I say, did you watch the video? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, how long did you watch it? They're like, oh, I watched it for 20 minutes. Okay, great. Did you watch any adverts while you watched the video? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate it. So while they're concerned with who looks good to them, they're not realizing that that's all a setup. Chess. I'm playing chess. They don't understand the chess moves. So they're just making me move through that algorithm better. And one thing I know for sure is that success is not about genius. It's about being prolific and disseminating the message. For example, if you look at the story of Jesus, it's actually not a fascinating story. Hell, it's not even a story that makes logical sense. But it's well disseminated. Dissemination and marketing is key, which is to say the message doesn't have to be quality, it just has to be spread and repeated an awful lot. And that's the key with maximizing on that YouTube algorithm. So people won't always understand your moves, but you gotta make the moves anyway if you know it's a smart move. And to me, that's an easy move. It just requires bravery, and most importantly, can people think, which I don't. Not at all. I would never kill my inferiors. Because just imagine, I've lived a life of 10 men. In every income strata, among many peoples, among peoples who don't speak my language, people who don't look like me. I've been successful in all these environments. I never once had anybody show to me a problem or confront me. So just imagine, when I see people on the internet hating, it doesn't even register. It doesn't mean anything to me. Because I have a purpose and a goal. I'm looking at data. For example, here's the funny thing. That last video on this channel, it got the most hate of any video I've ever done. But here's the other thing. It also got the highest revenue from an ad perspective of any video I've ever done. It's called chess, not checkers. So hustlers understand the moves. Peons don't. They never will. But it's okay. Just laugh when you go to the bank. You feel me? I want to do the break again. So I think 2 rounds in, maybe 3. The stretch I like. Anybody supporting the work or no? You miss them or they just not supporting? Uh-oh, what? Thought the game was good. The game might be mesmerizing. It gets like that sometimes. One thing I never do is I don't compromise certain things in the day. Although I prefer to work out in the morning, if I didn't, I'm still going to get that workout in no matter what time it is. I have got workouts in at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Doesn't really matter what the circumstances. No one cares about your sob story. I don't care about my own sob story. I surely don't care about anyone else's. An important thing from a mindset perspective is being future-oriented. A lot of people, all they do is live in the past. Like, as if the past matters right now. The past only matters if you live there. I don't care if your past was successful or your past was unpleasant. It really doesn't matter. Not at all. Because, if I had a $10 million house in the past, but today I have a $1 million house, there's no sense in talking about my $10 million house from years ago. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares. The only thing that matters today is what you do today and what you're going to have tomorrow as a result. That's the only thing that matters. Stay right there. I want you guys also to be aware of people who are pipe dreamers. You have a lot of people who they have all these plans that they're talking about, but nothing ever happens. The only time the past matters is if you're trying to understand who someone has been. Because sometimes people have big talk, but they don't have big deeds or big action. So I always ask for evidence. If someone tells me something, I want to see the evidence. If they don't show me evidence, I tend to not believe them. Got a killer over there. Can't let anyone steal your peace or focus. There are many who would do so. One thing I'm really good at is compartmentalizing. I recommend you check into that. What I mean is, I can get things done no matter what. I'm sad, happy, depressed. There's a breakup, death in the family. I can still buckle down and work. That's a program. That comes from discipline. See, the problem is that a lot of people, they're living on emotion and living on discipline. Emotion is no good. I don't even like emotional variation. Now I'm going to get these burpees in. Stretching between the burpees. 3 sets of 10. Trying to find the proper amount of burpees because the Sasson standard has to be accessible to all persons, all ages, and all genders. So I want it to be rigorous, but not impossible. We're going to get these in. 3 sets of 10 burpees. We should probably put a time limit on it, so we'll do that. Probably put a time limit on it, so I'll eventually discover what that is. I'm going to need you to count out these burpees for me, because I don't count, I just do burpees. So I'll tell you, no, you can count it out loud. I'll tell you what constitutes one burpee. So here's one burpee. I'll tell you when it's complete. So jump, hop. That's one. So I need 10 of them. You guys get a bonus one today. You did. Let's work. Self-talk is critical. You see, I self-talk a lot. I enjoy it. It's like being able to turn on yourself. You can be an endless source of energy for yourself. It's important because sometimes you're your only cheerleader. You don't have a cheerleader. And you might expect that your mother or father is your cheerleader, maybe your wife, your girlfriend, your sibling. Sometimes they're there. That's phenomenal. Sometimes they're not. That's okay. Have no expectation of that. Because at the end of the day, when you make $1 million, it's your $1 million. It's not theirs. So just like the fruits of your labor will be your fruits, the labor also has to be yours. It's actually white grass. So my feet are slipping. Where are we at? Okay. And get that jump in too. Make sure it's a real jump. Getting off the ground. Then get some more stretches in after that. It's the worst. The beauty of being a part of a real community There's accountability and standards within our culture. You know, if you get together with us, at some point, you're gonna have to get this work in. And you wanna be prepared, because you're around men who don't quit. All work is easy work. You'll notice the consistency too. That's the key. It's really nothing, you know. It's like breathing. You do it a lot. Turn around because my feet are slipping here. As I do these, I gotta focus on this one thing. Proper form. So you don't miss the exercise. That's it. I need to know the count. Ask somebody else. Have your lady with you, your assistant, your mom, whoever. Have that one focus. It's a beautiful state of mind. Look at that. Okay. One more set. Let's work. Last set is my favorite set because it's supposed to be the hardest one, but it's the one I've been preparing for the most. So it's the most fun. It's the easiest one. Life is about decisions. I decided it's the easiest one. Because when I'm doing this with other men, this one they get tired. This one I start having fun. Oh yeah. What number? Okay. One more? One more for fun. Doesn't it? get some water at the jump rope. You come with me. Use this time to breathe. Fill up the stomach. Important thing to understand is that jump rope's a cardio thing. You can get my face, that'd be preferred for everyone. Jump rope's a cardio thing. So, requires cardio and rhythm. That's why I do it last, because it's hardest to do after your muscles are tired. So, it makes it more challenging, which is good. Let's see if we can locate that water fountain. You know, I appreciate the day that we're able to take over, because you'll never come to a park and see kids making toys out of the exercise equipment. You'll see real men getting their work in. Tell me these guys are strong. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. I'll tear these guys apart. Like, I wouldn't even need to tear them apart. I'll just look them in the eye. Terrify them. You guys ready for this jump rope? My favorite part. The Romanian water fountain. So this is how these women feel, huh? Oh yeah, go for it. So that's how the women feel, huh? At the end of it. The old money shot. Little did I know, it's unpleasant. Yes, indeed, Saints. When I start this jump rope, get a little bit of stretch in, and finish it out. We got 15 minutes on the clock per usual. It's a fun thing, you know. It's good and relaxing, and it keeps that energy burning from a cardio perspective. Endurance is true physical fitness. If you ever want to feel energy, you know, that enduring, burning energy comes from good cardio. You know, when you have your muscular work, that's good. It's going to give you the endorphin, serotonin, dopamine, but that life, vitality comes from the cardio, nothing else. You ready? Okay, I'm about to set my time when it's working. Yes, indeed, if you did like the video. Yeah, facing this way. I'll be right around here. I acknowledge Walton by Cash App, he writes supporting the work. Shout out to Walton, he's a real one. You did. Shout out to Wayne, he writes peace to the saints, keep the game flowing, strength, sir, yes sir. I acknowledge Sun says, came in by Cash App, it's a real one. We also had the follower earlier. Shout out to Rodrigo, writes peace to the saints. See you at the seminar later today. Yes, you will. Now I'm going to turn off my Bluetooth. What do you say?
Had a train wreck of day, but happy that I'm able to stay stoic through it all. Sure. Had a train wreck of a day, but happy that I'm able to stay stoic through it all. Plan to counter-attack all my alignments.
10 more burpees to go.
It looks still.
Go speak faster. Crazy. Too easy.
Maybe the hardest part of this workout is drinking food. Maybe the hardest part of this workout is dealing with this water fountain. Let's go. Get the footwork. Do my footwork. Do my foot in there. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. How could I not?
Let's go. I need some ankle weights. I need ankle weights. Too easy. Come on, Clay. Move the feet faster. Big mix. I love it. I love it. I'm trying to figure out. Should you be standing?
Everyone is staring. shout out to none of the above, 101, who says that it's too easy. What's too easy?
Finish strong. Time's up. We're still going in. Still going. Easy work. Peace to the saints. By the way, shout out to everybody girl that was walking by. Shout out to everybody girl that was walking by. Shout out to these beta males that was looking at a boss, wishing they could be the boss, but they wouldn't pay the cost. You heard me? Saints, confirm that you can hear me from the headphones. Let's roll. Now, there's two positions you can be in life. You can be the winner or the loser. Just get on the field makes you a winner at some level. Most people are watching life from the bleachers, wishing they could be great. You guys want to know about being successful? Do what other men aren't willing to do. I saw maybe 100 men today. All of them were playing with their broads, looking like losers. How many men did you see getting that work in? One. You're in the top, right? You're in the top 1% of fitness. You might be the top 1% of earners if you apply the same ethic. You do the things that these other losers aren't willing to do. They walk by and they watch me performing elite. Same thing when a broke person walks by and watches you driving a Rolls Royce, or a Bentley, or a Maybach, or an exotic. It's the same thing. They rather sit on the bench and jump around. Example A. I don't have time for all this stuff right here. You know, I don't know if I'd do that until I got maybe $100 million, maybe $100 million, maybe I'll do that. But here's the thing, it's not in my nature to sit around and giggle. It's not in my nature. Let's see if we can exit this way. One of the things that we actually walked by when we were coming here was a prison. We literally walked by a prison on our way here. And to me, it just reminds me of all my blessings. Every day I break bread and have a meal. I ask whoever I'm dining with, what's one thing you're thankful for? Because I live a life of gratitude. No matter how wealthy I am, I always want to be thankful for the present and the good things that I have in the present. And chief among them is freedom. We sometimes take that for granted. Although we might not have absolute freedom, we have various degrees of it, which we should be thankful for, because I tell you what, being locked in a cage, that's hell on earth. And I always look for examples that I can use as a psychological edge. The edge to make me feel happier, the edge to make me feel more competitive, whatever the case may be, I want the edge. Because superiority, success, and triumph are carved out bit by bit, each small piece. One of the things I'm thankful for during this world tour, at least in Europe, is that I'm doing something I otherwise wouldn't do, which is I have like 3 outfits that I'm cycling through. You guys all know I own a number of fashion brands. I've done a tremendous amount, way more than I need. But in cycling through these 3 outfits, it makes my life even simpler.